Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon to you, my most amazing and resilient risers and prosperity builders. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Listen, um, we are back with our regular lives, and I'm going to be structuring it a bit better because I don't want to overwork myself. But today we are back with Global Link. And for those of you who do not know me, I'm Cindy Placid. I am a poet, author, advocate. I am from the beautiful, beautiful Caribbean island of St. Lucia, and I have written 3 books. I also am an advocate for mental health and suicide. I'm advocating for dwarfism, domestic violence, autism, and also I advocate for rape and assault, and I also bring awareness to so many other things. So guys, later on in the evening, I'm going to show you, during this live, I'm going to show you some of my books. But right now I am here to present to you a gentleman who has been through his fair share of um adversities. And today the topic is more or less centered around grief and grief support, and how this man overcame a lot of things and what he's doing today to inspire others and to help them come to terms with what they've been through, and also to give encouragement as to how they can forge ahead during their times. So before I continue, let me make sure that all my Facebook viewers are seeing me live. So let me make sure that we are live and we are not doing this alone. So let me see. Awesome. So Facebook has finally worked. All right, guys. Yes. So again, I welcome you. Please, I would like to begin by saying we do not discuss politics or religion on the show. Everybody has their own faith, okay, and we don't bring it here. There's a place for everything, and we can make reference to God or to the Bible, but we leave politics and religion out of poetry and perspective with Placid. Now, um, what was I going to say, and why did I say just so nicely? Oh, God. Okay. So without further ado, we like about 10-13 minutes in. So I would like to welcome my guest. He is from, of course, this is Global Link, and he is from the West African country of Ghana. So I would like to welcome my guest, Mr. Thomas. He's going to pronounce his name properly for you because I do not want to butcher it. So come on. Hi, Thomas.
My Cindy.
How are you?
But I guess I'm doing well. I'm beautifully doing well.
That is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here with us. I know it's like about 8 o'clock in Ghana.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So how have you been faring?
I'm, life is good. I can say Africa is a beautiful continent with so many greens around. So
Mhm.
yeah, we are doing well.
That's wonderful. Okay. So to hear today, of course, Mr. Thomas and I, we met like I think about a year ago, Thomas. And there were so many. I mean, he just came onto my show and he just commented. And I love viewers who come in and then they comment and then they engage in. Not to say I don't love all my viewers, but those who engage, it makes it even more worthwhile to be able to do this. Those who engage, and it makes it more fun and it makes it more informative. So I appreciate you for taking the time almost every time to be on the show, and I appreciate your contributions to my lives and also to my pages. So I appreciate you. Now, Mr. is Kwa don't be better Kwablase. Oh, got it.
That is
Okay. Yeah. So please tell us. a little bit about yourself without telling us about work. Tell us who you are as a person.
Uh, Koblasti, I can say I am a lot, but a found. Uh, I realized that there's something we are all here for. But I have lived my life from childhood through schooling and about 5 years now, 6 years now, I have seen another dimension of life. So it's like basically that is who Thomas is from Ghana, being in Ghana for all this part.
Okay. So what town in Ghana are you from?
My part is called the Volta region of Ghana, precisely a town called French in the certain
Hold on.
north.
Before you continue, there's an echo in the background. I don't know what it is. There's an echo. So I don't know if you have another a device on, but it's echoing.
Ready to pair. Okay. Can you hear me?
Much better. Much better.
Okay.
You were almost going out on us. The volume was coming in and out.
Okay.
So that's better now. Oh, where did you
Please,
go? Okay.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Thomas is gonna be back here with us in a little bit. So let's see. I think he's trying to fix the problem that is existing with his thing, with his internet connection, I think. But guys, listen, a lot of us are going through some form of grief. Today we're focusing on grief support. And a lot of us are going through some form of grief. You know, during the COVID-19, so many people lost their loved ones. Some are never able to bury their loved ones or see their loved ones. They just, up to now, people are grieving over these losses. And I'm telling you, grief doesn't go away. We learn to cope with it. We learn to live with it every day, but it does not go away. And it's important that we give light to these situations and hear from different perspectives how other people cope. Yes, so Thomas, let me hear you again to see if I can hear you properly.
Yes, I can also hear you.
Oh, that is wonderful sound. If you bring yourself a little this way to my right. Yes. Yes. Now there we got the full picture. Okay. So
Well,
as
okay.
you were saying, tell us where you're from in Ghana. Give us the name of the little town or little city where you're from in Ghana.
It's called Fenyi. Fenyi in the
Penny?
Volta region. Fenyi.
Oh.
Penyi.
Oh, okay, okay. My
In the
goodness.
Volta region of country Ghana.
Oh, okay. So our viewers who are just coming in, welcome to Poetry and Perspective with Placid. This is Grief Support Global Link, and we have Mr. Thomas Forfoe. I hope I'm saying it right. He's from Ghana.
Forfoe.
Taking us a little bit. He's going to be telling us a bit about himself, but the main purpose is for us to talk about him and what he has gone through and see through his lens, and maybe you could identify with him, and he can be a source of encouragement to you. So you from Penny?
Yes, Fenyi.
Okay, Penny, I got it right.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, so you are what is your educational background? Where you from? I mean, Before I continue, let me ask you, what is your what is the main food staple over there in that little place where you from?
The one is akple,
What is it?
akple,
Acclaim?
yes, ple,
Oh,
ple dechi, ple fetri dechi, something like that.
okay. How do you make that?
Mm-hmm. It's you use a corn flour.
Uh-huh.
Then you will you have a pot, you pour water in it, then you stir it to be that's what will come the akple, a wakple.
Okay. Okay, all right. Wonderful. So, what do you do, Thomas? I mean, I know I have seen you with your little lives, and I know we've been talking for so long. Tell me, tell us, what do you do? Um,
I am a public servant.
okay.
I work with Ghana's Judicial Service.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
currently, I am the regional store officer of Volta region.
Oh, okay, wonderful. So before you got into that role, what was life like for you?
Life was like attending school, getting trusting God for job, and you've gotten one.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, you wake up, you go to work, you are trusting God that you have your promotion, you settled, you get married, you are trying to see how best can you go forward. So basically, it was all about um, what the future holds.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Wonderful. So how does that position that you have now differ from, how does it make you feel that you come from that place to that new role that you have now working in the registrar?
If we will look at the progression, entering judicial service as a cashier, move from cashiering to a court as the court registrar, moving from the court registry to the regional store officer, it's a kind of fulfillment that you are making progress in terms of contributions to your country.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of where we're here to talk about,
Okay.
you know, what happened to you. So, Mr. Thomas,
Yeah.
when he spoke, he expressed to me that he had just lost his wife. I think after a few months after we spoke. And I find that was really touching because that's one of my areas that I really take a look and give attention to grief because of my own experiences. So tell us, not in detail, as much as it is comfortable for you. Tell the viewers what happened. Now, before that, let me see who we have online here. We have Luan James. Welcome. We have Lauren Dorville. Hey sis, how are you? Welcome. We have Kristen Minder who's watching. Hi, Kaz, and Elmona Shiko. Hi, Elmona. Yes, so we have some viewers here watching. Welcome to Poetry and Perspective with Placid Global Link. We speaking to Mr. Forfoe all the way in Ghana, and he's telling us about his experience as a widower. Now, before you continue, I'm going to ask you the question again. But for those who don't know, a widower is a person, a man who has lost his spouse, okay, and not yet remarried, okay. So so tell us now. Like I said, as much as it's comfortable for you, tell us. First of all, how long had you been married?
We
And
married for 5 years, for almost 5 years.
okay. Now I'm treading lightly with these questions because I know it's a really touchy subject.
Yes.
So what resulted in her passing?
We got married on the 1st of September 2018.
Mm.
And one thing that I thank God for was God being able to prepare me for a marriage. I knew what I wanted in marriage, so I got prepared.
Mm-hmm.
We both believe that we are going to do something marvelous with our marriage. So we started on the good note. The first child came. It was the second child in the tummy, but 3 months. That was when we detected that we have cancer in the right breast. Okay. Now we are to deal with a baby in the tummy and the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we told ourselves we are going to give life to the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So we did. But in the process of rescuing the mother couldn't survive.
Mm-hmm.
So I lost her last year, 3rd June. So let's say a year by this time, or a year of last year by this time, my wife was in the morgue. I was preparing to bury my wife last year by this time.
How aggressive was the cancer? Did they catch it late?
We didn't sit down. We did all that we could, preserving the baby at the same time taking medicines that can sustain the tooth till the baby is delivered.
Mm-hmm.
After the delivery, before we say now, okay, let's go and see whether we can take the breast off.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in the process of taking the breast off. We did the surgery, everything, but she couldn't survive it.
Wow. So it was in an advanced stage.
Yes.
So when the doctors did finally say, what stage did they say that the cancer was?
At least at that time it was at a stage 3.
Mm.
Yes.
And it just continually progressed.
Yes. We did everything, did everything, did everything. And finally,
So I could imagine you and your second child with your new
yes,
wife, because your 5-year marriage is basically a new marriage. You're still on your
yes,
honeymoon phase. And
yes.
to find out that the person God has been preparing you for to be a husband to a wife, you finally got that person, you get married, you have your second child, and in the process you find out that your wife has cancer and it's stage 3 cancer. I could imagine how devastating that must have been for you to hear that news. So initially, how was it for you? What were some of the emotions that you were going through?
I I I took it as part of life's journey. I refused to ask questions. I kept waiting to see what God would do.
Mm-hmm.
And finally that was what happened. So I when the news came, normally what goes through my mind is when I am in the house with my wife, then I see my wife lying down, unable to stand up and do things on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Then it would dawn on me that Thomas, if care is not taken, this woman is going to leave you. But in the midst of all this, we kept the faith that nothing was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Even at the point of death, we said nothing was going to. So today, I am just trusting God that God knew what happened to me. I cannot tell what happened to me. I can't understand that. If somebody should tell me today I'll be here without a wife, I'll say that person is lying. But here I am today. That is the reality.
Mm-hmm.
So that was it.
Wow. Huh. So how old was you? Have two children, right? Two beautiful
Yeah.
daughters.
Yes, please.
So how old the baby was? I think the baby was probably a year so.
The mother, the baby was 3 yesterday.
Okay.
So meaning the mother, she was about reaching 2 when the mother died. The mother died 3rd June, and she
Yes.
got to 27 June.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how did that affect the children that to lose their mom? How did that, because they're just babies, they don't understand. So how did that affect them?
They kept asking questions. Daddy, where's Ma? We want to go to her. So at that point, I have to tell them that Mama is gone. We cannot see Mama again. But time is coming. We will travel to Accra. When we get there, we'll go and say bye-bye to Mama. So when the time came, I held them around me. I told them, you see that thing over there? That is casket. Mama is sleeping inside. She's gone. She's gone to, so we cannot see Mama again. So anytime I thought they ask of their mom, then I remind them, but the last time we went to Accra, we went and say bye-bye to Mama. Then they will come to their senses and say, okay, yes, so we cannot see Mama. So that's how we are doing now.
And you said the right thing. Mama is just sleeping. She's sleeping because
Yes.
I I, I could just understand, and I could just visualize
Mm.
you having to sit those two babies
Mm.
down
Mm.
and try to explain to them something they know nothing about and they don't understand, that their
Yes.
mother is asleep and she's not coming back. And children, when they grow up, they go to bed and they wake up from sleep, but mom is not waking up.
Mm.
So how was that period for you to cope with that? Watching your children every day, knowing that they are facing pain, you are in your own set of pain, but you had to be there for them.
At times, I have to turn my face backwards, wipe my tears, and face them again, giving them hope. One time we were in the room, then the elder one saw my face. Daddy, you look so sad. And I said, because I'm hungry. By that time, when we are in the room, you see my wife's belongings, and we are just there. Now, instead of 4 in the room, we are now 3.
Mm-hmm.
We are now 3. And you see, this is for Ma. This is for Ma. And I don't want them to feel it too much. So all that we kept reminding ourselves is, Mama is gone to where Jesus Christ is. We will also grow one day, and go where she is. But we will not be young like this before we get there. We have to grow old. So, but coming here, we cannot see Mama. So now, anytime you see somebody, it's going to be Daddy. Then they will say you.
I commend you. I commend you for the strength, that you have to hold on, give me a minute. I commend you for the strength that you have to be able to speak to your daughters like this.
I have come to understand that life is an assignment. If it is your turn, do it and do it well.
Yep.
So I just took it that way. I said, no, I have to be there for this kid. So today, you see me carrying them, bathing them, dressing them for school. We'll go, I'm going to pick them, and we are happy. We are just happy.
So let me hear some of the comments that our viewers said. Nymphia Emmanuel said, this is tough to deal with. It is. Lauren said, "This is heartbreaking. So tough for you. Be strong always. Thanks for sharing. God bless. God's blessings." I'm sitting here looking at you and you telling your story. I'm about to break up because you've been strong through all of this, Thomas. And we've had many conversations, many conversations. And one of the things that you have shown me is that your strength and your resilience. So tell us what she was like. I know we talk about the. Tell us what. First of all, how old was she when she passed away?
41.
41 years old.
Yes.
Wow, that is young.
Very young.
And you guys were just beginning your lives together.
The dream was that we were going to be speaking on platforms. So at times I'll take her for a program. I'll be there among the people. I'll see my wife speaking. I say, that is it.
Mm-hmm.
When it is my turn to also go and speak, she'll follow me. Then she'll be among the people. When I come back, then we'll discuss it.
Yes. So she was
So
41 years old.
yes.
Mm.
So when I got to where she was at the hospital, she was that day. When I was going, then I heard the news. I just have to thank God. That material moment, I rather that no, I need to thank God. So I have been thanking God since. I've never stopped.
Wow, your faith is strong. Because a lot of people would ask, why me? Why did you take my wife? Why are you doing this to me? Instead, you do the brave thing to thank God.
If not to you,
What?
who?
Yes.
If not to you, it should happen to who?
Yes. And that's one of the things I told people when I got out of myself and I thought about my situation. And you could always ask yourself, why me? But then why not you? Why
Yes.
not me? Why
Yes.
would I want to give that pain to somebody else to feel? Why?
Yes.
And that's where our love for human beings, our love for people comes in. Don't
Yes.
want for somebody else. You want to carry that for somebody else. And
Mm.
I'm proud of you, Thomas. I am really proud of
I'm,
you.
I'm, I'm, I'm also grateful coming your way. I am always happy. Anytime I talk, I was happy. It's like I am happy finding myself around you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, what was her? I mean, I know you all had to speak, but what was she like? I mean, was she goofy? What attracted you to your wife? I would want to say, what attracted you? What made her?
She's very curvy. She has very big buttocks.
So you like big
I
buttocks?
you. When we're in the house, she's passing. Then I'll touch the buttocks. I say, no, she say, leave me alone. I say, but you know, I'm married because of the buttocks.
Oh my gosh! Oh gosh, it is so amazing to these are some of the memories that's gonna stay with you,
They're with me.
yeah,
They can't
because
leave.
yes, it is amazing that you are laughing through all of this because
Yes.
and I know in so many ways you have your moments where you're gonna get sad. You think about her, especially when
Yes.
the day is coming. The day that she died, the day that she was.
Mm, mm,
It's those moments, those
mm,
times.
mm,
They,
mm.
especially when that time is coming around, you feel the pain. You feel like a part of you missing. But the good thing I see about you, Thomas, is that you are elevating yourself above that pain.
Yes.
And what you're doing with that pain is to inspire people. You are a speaker, right?
Yes. Yes, please.
So tell us about that. How did you journey? Were you a speaker before, or did that experience losing your wife catapult you into that, speaking?
I dreamt to become a speaker 20 years ago
Mm-hmm.
when I first heard about the name Les Brown. I told myself 20 years ago, I want to speak like Les Brown.
That's my goal too, eh? I'm learning. Okay, I'm learning.
So it was the journey that she saw that she can contribute to it.
Mm-hmm.
That was when we came together to fight a common goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I started preparing myself vigorously. That was 2015, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I took my speaking ambition to the next level by engaging in things that will make the dream come true. But finally, a friend of mine spoke about some of his achievements he got just because of books.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my attempt to find out what at all was pushing this guy, I became a fan for reading. So, in the process of getting books myself, the way I was struggling, I decided to sell a book because I want to see so many books around me. I want to wake up and see books. I said, no, you can't, library cannot afford. So you, when you sell, you have so many books around you. The reason I started selling. So I sell so that I can read. When I read, then I use it to show others the way.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, wow. So, you also have your broadcaster, or you have is it a talk show that you have on a radio station?
The radio station, when I came to where I am currently, as I left the registry as a registrar, I am now with the regional unit of judicial service in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
So I closed four. So I wrote to them that if they can allow me to volunteer my time from 4 to 6. So I
Mm-hmm.
started coming. So there is this segment of the program called Drive Time.
Mm-hmm.
So more or less, I am now a regular guest to that show. So when I
Okay.
come, we discuss social issues, issues of interest, growth, those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I do in the radio station.
So you are the founder of Live to Inspire Foundation.
Yes, please.
Tell us about that. Is that as a result of your wife? Tell us about that.
No, please. Live to Inspire came about 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Live to
And is it,
Inspire.
go ahead.
I discovered that life should not be lived in a vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
I have found out that if I do it well, it will motivate somebody to also do it.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be a philosophy backing that kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
That birth live to inspire.
Thomas,
That
I'm looking
birth.
at you and I cannot help just to be in awe of how calm that you are. And even if I see a bit of sadness in your eyes, but I also see a man who is resolute in helping others overcome what he is learning to overcome.
Yes.
That is your grief, and to inspire people.
Yes.
Now, I know, I know most times people go through grief. They they think they feel that I just lost my train of thought. Most times people go through grief, and they just they go through the motions of living life, living life, living life, and they don't take care of themselves, of their mental health. Grief is a form of mental illness. Okay. So what are you, Thomas, doing to help you take care of your mental health with regards to your grief?
Um, I took grief. I took grief as part. I see it that on my growth journey, I need it. So, what do I need to do? When grief is about to happen, I start, it's like I appreciate it so that it can give me that mental strength to rely
Mhm.
on. Instead of me, I always look at the positives in the situation. So when I see my wife, this is my diary. This is my diary. That's her
Okay.
picture.
Okay. I see her.
I see
Yes.
inspiration in her.
Mm-hmm.
I see that no, she has given me assignment to do. So I don't worry about her departure, but I see work to be done for her
Mm-hmm.
departure.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing, Thomas. That is amazing. So, what were your the fondest memories of her?
Fondest memories of where normally when she does something, and I said, "Oh, my sister, but I thought you can look at it from this angle." Then she'll
Mm-hmm.
say, "Ah, my husband, I think that is it. I didn't do it well. Please forgive me."
Oh.
Those are the fond memories I like because we hardly quarrel. We, we
Uh-huh.
we don't know what to bring quarrel now. So her
Wow.
ability to understand that she erred. Those are the things I miss about her.
Mm-hmm.
She's interested in my growth. She just wants to see me succeeding. When I'm going wrong, she'll call me. She'll say, "My husband, please sit down."
Mm-hmm.
Husband and wife can sit down and be talking for more than 2, 3, 4 hours. We are seated, we are talking, we are discussing about our lives. I miss those things.
I understand. Is it okay if I show a picture of her on the screen?
No, please, you can show, you can do that.
Okay. So, guys, I'm going to share the screen to show you his beautiful wife. Give me 1 second. Let me present that to you, okay? But continue telling us about her beautiful personality, because it looks like she was a very daring person. So, tell us a little bit more about her personality. What do you have any pet names for her? What are the things that you know? What are some of the ways that she behaved with the children? Tell us a little bit more.
She always want to portray our culture to the children because where we found ourselves, we are in a different setting of our country. So our
Mm-hmm.
dialect is not spoken there.
Mm-hmm.
So in our own setting, you will see her playing, singing our dialect songs, our culture to the children. So the children will be learning how to dance in our own way. And when I say, yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing. And she knows my food, my favorite food. So she'll cook it for me. I'll eat, and I will still request for more. Then she'll say, yes. No, that's what makes her happy. When I am eating her food, then she's happy.
Yes. So let me show her picture right there quick for the viewers to see. Okay, I'm gonna share. So this is a picture of you and her. Where was
Yes,
that?
when we were in the hospital, those were
Oh,
her final moments.
she's beautiful.
Yes, those were the final. So that's hospital. The hospital that she passed on at,
Wow. And how many days before was that?
oh, these are, let's say, 2 months later, because we spent almost 3 months at the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So Thomas, what is that like, just knowing that she's not going to be there anymore? I mean, all the times that you spent going to the hospital, how were you
Yes.
able? I know you were working with God, and I know you were working with God. You try to stay on the positive side, so she's gonna be there with you. But was there ever a moment where you said, am I really going to lose my wife?"
It came. I was called at the doctor's office to be told that your wife is not going to make it.
Uh-huh.
And she would keep asking me, how did the doctors told you? I said, they said you are doing
Wow. Can you hear me? Hello? You get it back in a little bit. Guys, Thomas is so strong. He is so very strong. And I'm giving him a chance for him to come back because I think he got I don't know. Sometimes when you get a call or something, the the um the life freezes. But such an amazing person, and he looks very young, probably as young as his wife is. And when he comes back, I'm going to also ask his permission to show the kids and their family, although he has told me it's okay, but to show the kids and the family on the live. And I could imagine, a lot of times men are very, they are very, the emotions, they don't talk about things so much. You don't talk about what they feel. They, most of the times, they put up a strong front, and inside they're feeling so much pain. And I could see the pain in his eyes when he was speaking to me. And these are hard questions to ask, but it is for you, the viewers, to understand that grief is not a 1 day, it's not a 1 month process. It's years upon years, but you learn to cope and you learn to keep living. My daughter, I lost my daughter like in 9 years ago. 9 years ago. And her birthday was June 17th. And long before that day came, it was like my emotions were all about the place. My emotions were all about the place. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm just looking at the comments here, guys. I didn't know something, how to put myself. Sometimes I spend countless nights just not sleeping, and it was tough. It was tough, but I mean, sometimes not every time you can tell somebody. You can tell somebody to go through. Sometimes you just have to go through it. You just have to go through it and go through the pain and just be in that quiet place with yourself. And I'm telling you guys, I know men are a tough cookie, but don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to speak your feelings, because I have learned as a woman and any human being, speaking about the situation helps. Being a man and telling others about your grief, it does not make you any less of a man. It does not make you any less of a man. It takes courage. It takes courage to speak up about the things that are affecting us. And as a mental health advocate, I keep telling you, it is okay not to be okay. It is okay to grieve, because grief, we all will go through it. We were born into sin, and we are going to face so many adversities, so many illnesses. And we need each other. We need each other. We need encouragement. We need to hear stories like of resilience, of courage, of faith like that, of strength like that, to help us understand that we are not alone in the fight. We are not alone in what we're facing. There are so many other people who are going through so much more than we are, who are going through similar situations, though not identical. We are going to face loss one way or the other at one point in the other. But what do we do with it? What do we do with that? Do we just cower? Do we just cower and give grief the upper hand over us? No, we can't do that. I am speaking because I want to give Thomas another chance for him to come up here because I know he must be thinking it's in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, fixing his internet. But guys, if you see me on, I do apologize. Nobody's worrying me. I'm just tired. But I want to encourage anyone who's going through grief, anyone who's going through loss, anyone who's going through anything in life that is causing you adversity, that causing you grief. And mind you, I've said so many times on this show, and I think Jamila, when Jamila was, coming on the show as well, you never get over it. Grief, and you don't only grieve when somebody dies. You grieve over the loss of a job, the loss of a spouse. You grieve over things that are dear to you, loss of a pet. You grieve over so many different things. And there are so many things that can show that you are in grief. But I encourage each one of you to just find someone who is trustworthy, who gonna be able to listen to you. Sometimes you just need somebody who will just sit with you and say absolutely nothing at all and just be there. If you want to hear more about some of the shows that we've had on grief, I know my my colleague she has given a lot of good pointers about grief and loss. So go back to some of these shows, and I will be he's back, and I'll be placing, I'll be reposting these lives so that you can get a chance to see it again. Thomas, are you here with us? Okay, he's trying to get on, guys. I think his internet is giving him some wahala, but he's just trying to get on. But this is something that this man has been through, and to see his persona, to see his attitude about it, is that a lot of people don't have that attitude about death. They don't. They don't. And he has shown, he has been a great example. Hi Thomas, welcome back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We were
Sorry for the
waiting
network distractions. Yes, I know.
for Yes. So I was just telling the viewers how strong that you are, how strong you are. And I want to show I want to show your babies. I want to show them how
Yes,
young that they were. And I just didn't
yes,
want to do anything without your permission.
do
Okay.
it.
Yeah, so let me show you guys some of the photos. And Thomas and I have shared a lot of photos over the course of the year. It's about a year that we've been talking, and then we've been
Yeah.
very, mind you, Thomas and I have never met each other personally, but we've remained close friends. He always checks on me, and if I don't hear from him, I would check on him. We always encourage each other. So let me show you some of the photos. It's amazing. There are some of the amazing people that I have met doing this show. You wouldn't believe it. So, and he's one of them. And you are such a great example. Let me show your babies. Okay, give me 1 second. Share screen. What are we showing? We are showing this window. Yes. Okay. So let me share this. This is him and his babies. They're babies. They are literally babies. We lost him again. And let me see what else do we have here. I know we have let me see what we have here. Oh, he always watching our show. I don't see it, but they are literally. It's just he gave me some more photos. I cannot find them. I'm trying to find them. Um, but Thomas, what keeps you going?
The strength of the Lord. He strengthens me every day.
And that's powerful. That is powerful.
I trusted him.
Other time, yes. Other times you feel like I just you want to remarry.
I will remarry, but not now.
Oh, I could understand that because it is, you know, all of us desire to have that love, that special someone who's gonna make us feel that there's no other person on this earth for us but that person. And when we lose that person, it can be really, really traumatic. It can send us into a spell of despair. That's how I'm gonna
I
put it.
tell you.
And so for you to have found that person, you took your time to be a good husband, you found your wife, you found the person that you wanted to be
Yes.
with forever. And for you to lose that person, this is no easy task. I have a viewer here. I'm gonna tell you, she has been on my show before, and she has been on my show before. I think his connection is going in and out, and I'm gonna mention her name. I hope she's not. I'm sure because I'm gonna bring her back on here. Her name is Ninfia, and she has kids. She's a mom, and I think she's a wife as well. And she battled cervical cancer, and it was I'm trying to use the right words for this. She, the I can't find the word. Oh my gosh, it's right here, but it's not coming here. But she was in, I think she was in remission. I don't know how they call it. She and then like they told her that she didn't have cancer anymore, and only to find out that when she went to another set of tests, the cancer came back. And I'm thinking, what is her husband feeling? What are the children feeling, knowing that there's a possibility that they may lose their loved one? And I bring that up to say, hey, by the way, Nymphia has a GoFundMe.
Yes.
I would implore to each one of you to support that GoFundMe because this I call her my warrior queen. One of my warrior queens, because she's a fighter. And I will put the link, and I would encourage each one of you to at least donate to that GoFundMe. She's fighting for her life. She's fighting to stay alive because she's a mom. She had children. So I would encourage you guys, to support her GoFundMe. Okay. But I bring that up to say, knowing that her husband has to face that fear. I could imagine. I answered that question again, but I want to say it again. How was that prospect for you? How was that prospect just to know that, okay, the children are going, put yourself in the back burner for a bit. The children are going to be without a mother. How was that for you? Can you hear me?
Please come again. Let me.
I was saying, how was that for you? If not for you, but how was it
But
for
the
you?
children.
Yes, knowing that the children are going to be without their mother.
You mean the children?
Yes. How did it feel for you knowing that
Yes,
your two
please.
daughters, your two young babies, were going to grow up without a
So I
mother.
thought, because anytime I see them, a lot of things go through my mind. I say, so it is true that these children are going to grow without their mom around them. Every time when I see them, I ask
Wow.
that question myself every time.
Hey.
Question, then I'll tell myself, okay, what is it in the moment that I have to do now, living in the present? Like, as at the time you're asking yourself, they want to eat, they have
Mm-hmm.
assignment to do. They want to they are they behave differently. So I ask myself, what can I also do? So we sing together, we sing a lot. This is my mouth organ.
Okay.
This is my mouth organ. And they will tell me, Daddy, please sing for us.
Mm-hmm.
So that grow through whatever it is that has happened to us. It's a blow to the three of us and the entire community and the family. So that's how we are dealing with it.
Okay. Well, Thomas, thank you so much for being here. I could go on and on. I may want to do a part two of this because there's so many other questions I want to ask you. But I want to encourage the viewers um to go to the link, and I'm gonna put in the chat as well, to support Ninfia Emmanuel, who is battling cancer. The cancer has come back after she was cleared. That's the word. She was cleared of cancer, severe cancer, and the cancer has returned. So I would like for you guys to go. I'm putting the link on the chat, and go to that link and give her your support, because there is nothing like giving, helping somebody else. It makes you feel good. And I'm going to be promoting that, because I believe everybody deserves a chance to live the fullest life that they need to, fullest life as possible. Thomas, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being who you
Mama,
are. Thank you so much for being a friend. Thank you so much for being a brother. Thank you so much for your vulnerability to share your story with the viewers and let them see that, like I was saying earlier, sometimes men, most of the time, they keep their hurt and their pain inside. But you are bold enough to be an example for other men, to show them it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to not understand certain things. But in all things you do, give praises to God. Give praises to God, because He alone knows our future. He alone knows. I don't believe that God causes us to die. I don't believe that at all, because a loving God would not purpose death for human beings. Okay, so in all that we do, but he did say that he's gonna there's a resurrection. So I am proud of you. And your babies have become my babies, because I'm always asking about them. How are they doing?
Yes.
And I want to thank you for being such an amazing father to your daughters. And I wish I could show more
Yes.
pictures of them, but time does not permit. So thank you for being who you are. And are there any last words would you like to say to our viewers?
I can say God knows what He is doing with my life.
Mm-hmm.
The children has been with the school proprietor, whom they took as their grandman, called Mr. Ntoso and Mrs. Ntoso.
Mm-hmm.
These two individuals decided to shelter these children for us. I say a big thank you to these people. My where we stayed, the place is called Jasikai, a place that's where we stayed before the thing happened. That the entire community, they are behind us. Every day, people will be going to the school to go and say hi to the children. Everybody that matters, that thing that something has happened and they are coming on board. I just want to say thank you. And thank you to Mama Cindy. You've been a friend, you've been a sister, you keep giving me hope, you keep strengthening me. I just want to say thank you. I am really grateful.
You are most welcome, my friend. You are most
For
welcome.
becoming a
Most
friend of yours.
No problem. And I would like to encourage the viewers to please share the lives, because you never know who can be touched, who can be encouraged, inspired, even empowered by just listening to somebody else's story. Okay. And there is power in another one's experience. So you will have been watching Poetry and Perspective with Placid Global Link, and we're speaking to Thomas Forfoe all the way from Ghana. Thank you so much for being with us. Share the lives. Please don't be afraid to give me stars, as stars help me continue what I am doing here. And I am going to be I am here to help others to whatever they're going to give a voice to those who don't think they have a voice. Now I don't promote a lot of things on my show, but what I do know is that I promote people and the positive aspects of life, and bring awareness to the things that every day people go through every day, the issues that really matter to us. Everything matters, but the most important issues that are dear to me. So thank you so much. Thank you to my viewers. I love you guys. And Access is online. So yes, I did share the link. Thank you so much. Access said it. My cousin Lorna is there. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching. It has been an amazing interview. We will have Mr. Fufu. And for those people in Ghana, I would like to say, how is it? Akwaba? I just saying, yes. So I can speak a little Ghanaian, you know. I just have to brush up on it, okay?
That is, in my language, you will say miawezo.
Miawezo.
That is it. That is in my language.
Okay, awesome. So we let some Ghana today. So to the Ghana massive everywhere around Ghana, I'd like to say hello. And if you know anyone who is interested in telling their story in Ghana, okay, please don't hesitate to refer them to me, and please share this live with your friends, okay, and let them know that you know about this interview. I appreciate you, and our lesbian, our amazing friend who said, if you are going to fall, you fall on your back, keep falling. And let me tell you, also said this. He also said, people's opinions of you don't matter. Sometimes we watch people from the outside, we looking in and we cast judgment, but we never know anybody's story. We
Yes.
never know anybody's story. So I love you, my resilient risers. Keep being resilient and never ever let failure be your finality. Let your voice be heard. And if you want to be heard, come over to Poetry and Perspective with Placid. No profanity, no talking about people's business. That's real talk with educating and motivating and empowering people. I love you guys. Thank you, Thomas. And I will talk to you soon. Have a good night. Bye.